Sports. Prosper to jump it up with Iwuchukwu, and Notre Dame controls.
Right away, you see Kennedy Smith has the defensive assignment on Hannah Hidalgo. Lindsay Gottlieb likes her size on the smaller Hidalgo.
Here's De Jesus, flinging it out. Sanchez dumps it to the corner. Prosper flips it up and in. Kassan Prosper, an elevated role this season, and has been delivering in the early going, averaging 18.5 points per game. Lindsay Gottlieb has Samuel start at the point, and London Jones come off the bench. The UCLA transfer. Feels like Samuel's a true point guard. Davidson backdoor, surrounded as the pass knocked away. Niele Ivey in her 6th season at the helm of Notre Dame. 4 straight Sweet 16s. A very different group this year, though, for her. Sonia Citron moving on to the WNBA. No more Leah Tu King. Olivia Miles transferring as USC turns it over.
And one of the areas where Jazzy Davidson has struggled a little bit early this season is her ability to make shots from the perimeter. And you saw on the first set, Lindsay Gottlieb trying to run a back cut for her to get a layup. She did the same thing against South Carolina. Wasn't able to get that shot, but trying to get her going to the basket early.
Sanchez fires, no. Rebound Prosper, draws 2, kicks it out. Hidalgo can't hit the 3, and the weak side rebound taken in by Dunn for USC. Here's Samuels, hesitates, can't bank it in, but draws the foul. Free throws here from Aaliyah Samuels.
And one of the things that Niele Ivey told us they had to work on a lot this week was their defensive transition. It was interesting to me to see on the defensive board by USC, 3 Notre Dame players surrounding it, which allowed USC to have the numbers going the other way.
De Jesus picks up her first. Notre Dame leads the all-time series between these teams 9-2. Won last year out on the West Coast. This is the first matchup in South Bend since November of 2005 between these teams. De Jesus kicks to the corner. And a travel from Sanchez, who went with the fake rather than the take.
And you see with USC defensively, the priority is to wall up in the paint. That happened that time. So what you're going to see from Notre Dame is opportunities to get a paint touch and then spray the ball out for 3s.
And we heard Lindsay Gottlieb saying that at shoot-around today. No easy layups, no easy drives. Dunn has it poked away by Hidalgo. Here's Hidalgo in transition. Peels back out. Bounces to Prosper. Good pressure there from Kennedy Smith, a terrific defender. The sophomore for USC. Prosper a 3, way off. Rebound. Bransford has it taken away by Davidson. Here comes the freshman Jazzy Davidson. Euros in, can't finish, bodies hit the floor, and Hidalgo comes away with it.
But I do think that's the best part of Jazzy Davidson's game. Getting out in transition is usually very good with the Euro step.
Offensive rebound and the denial from Davidson. A big-time block from Jazzy Davidson. Samuels gets a wide open look and knocks it down. All set up by the freshman Jazzy Davidson.
And that's what you see this young woman can bring, is she can get it done on the defensive end and lead the charge the other way. Good decision maker in terms of whether she wants to take it herself or involve her teammates.
6'1", very long though. Bransford. And a foul called on Davidson there.
Jazzy Davidson averages 2 blocks per game, and you'll just see her come over and use her length. Just beautifully done. A fingertip block, corrals the ball, goes the other way, head up the entire time, looking, trying to make the right decision, and then Samuels with the good-looking 3.
Good sign for USC to hit their first attempt from 3. They are shooting at just 28% from 3 on the season. Notre Dame, and you've seen the way they've struggled out of the gate, so for 4. They've had similar woes. Last year, they led the nation 39% from 3 as Davidson misfires there. Gets it back on the handoff and able to scoop it in This year, just to finish that thought, Notre Dame just 28% as a team from three. That's 254th in D1. There are those numbers we're talking about. And a travel on Bransford as Notre Dame turns it over.
But you see Davidson is the primary matchup on Bransford, and Bransford is a bigger, stronger build. So I think that's the right mentality for her when Davidson is on her, is to try to attack the rim.
London Jones into the game for USC. You know, I'm looking forward to the game, but I have to say I'm a little disappointed.
Okay.
All right, we've had wonderful experiences here in South Bend. And part of the reason is there's a random fan who always brings us this mountain of delicious chocolate.
Yeah, like the gourmet kind of chocolate.
And we haven't gotten our bag of chocolate yet. It's hard to focus on the game, wondering if the bag will ever come. I'll do my best.
The night's young. Maybe they're just caught in traffic.
I hope so. A whistle here as USC turns it over. Yakaya Milton into the game. A junior forward, formerly of Auburn. So Jones and Milton both in off the bench for USC. And that is out of bounds, but a foul first. Or no, they're going to give the basketball to USC, call the foul against Notre Dame, and that's on Coles, who just came in. Leah Coles, a Wake Forest grad transfer. Part of a bevy of transfers for this year's iteration of Notre Dame. Good post there, deep position from Dunn, and able to finish, an 8-2 start for USC.
A really well executed Princeton set from USC that time. They get the wing on ball and then a nice delivery inside.
Here's Hidalgo, draws two. DeJesus, jitters, dishes, Bransford able to drop it in. Much needed bucket for Notre Dame. They have missed 6 straight and had 4 turnovers as well.
And you see how congested the lane is defensively by USC, but if Notre Dame can get a touch in there, you will find an open player, whether it's out at the 3-point line or the mid-range like that last possession.
Notre Dame suffered its worst loss under Niele Ivey against Michigan last time out. They had a great week of practice though, according to Niele Ivey as well as the players. A lot that they thought was tough to watch from that film, but learned from and got to work. Prosper will fire, no. Rebound taken in by USC. It's Milton on the board, now Davidson up the floor. Jones using the screen for Milton, gets blocked by Bransford. Hidalgo jets away with it. Hidalgo turning on the burners, banks it in.
And that's where she can be so dynamic, right, Ryan? Going end to end, using her quickness, especially when she goes to the right side. That time finishing over a small, but often she can finish over bigs as well.
Smith, beautiful take, and the left-handed lay.
Another player with such a great frame when she can attack the rim. She's been posting up more this season as well, using her size and strength inside.
Kennedy Smith, Big Ten all-freshman team a season ago. Hidalgo gets fouled by Smith, and we'll go to the line when we get back. A 10-6 lead in the early going for USC on ESPN. We got to see our good friend and colleague Carolyn Peck will be calling the game Monday here. Going to take in a Notre Dame football game tomorrow for the first time. Very cool.
As a former coach at Purdue, she has to decide which shade of green she's going to allow herself to wear to the game.
That's right. Somehow I think it won't be as lime as the Irish green. Hidalgo with 4 points. USC a 2-point lead.
See Notre Dame extending their pressure on that possession. Any team that goes against Notre Dame, the #1 key is taking care of the basketball.
And Hidalgo pokes it away and lays it in. You've seen how how sneaky Hidalgo can be. Already 2 steals. She is the last 6 points for the Irish. Another turnover from USC. Bransford dishes, Hidalgo. No. Sanchez the rebound. Another chance here for Notre Dame. They're 0 of 6 from downtown. Gotten some really good looks. Hidalgo turns the corner, takes the mid-range, can't knock it down. And a strong rebound by Kennedy Smith.
You saw 2 possessions in a row where Notre Dame was in a zone.
Singular, her impact when it comes to pestering the basketball.
And it's when it's the player she is defending, oftentimes it's when she's coming over from the help side.
The other night, Hannah Hidalgo not only had 44 points, but an NCAA record 16 steals. 44 points is wow. 16 steals is unheard of.
Is incredible, yes.
Thrown away there on a poor entry pass. Here comes Jazzy Davidson. She has it deflected by guess who? Hidalgo that nearly returns the favor. Hidalgo, Euros, tried to get a whistle, could not. Stood up beautifully by Samuels, a great defender. Smith then can't control it. You got a slop fest back and forth. Hidalgo, though, cashes in. And Lindsay Gottlieb is insisting on a timeout, finally had it acknowledged. A 9 on their all-time career mark.
And that run started when Notre Dame started extending their pressure against the dead ball and then going back into a 2-3 zone. Interestingly, it's the zone that has sped up USC, and it's again Hidalgo.
Hidalgo knocks it away. Samuel's able to control it.
But you don't normally think of a zone as being the defense that's going to speed a team up.
Right, such a great point. Davidson still can't hit a 3. Lindsay Gottlieb talked to us about it, said she's our best shooter. She just hasn't seen him go down. Moore ran out of options. Smith takes it away. Cross court, what a beautiful pass. That 3 is good for Mendez, make it a long 2. And one of the things Lindsay Gottlieb was highlighting to us about Kennedy Smith, she said, hey, she is an excellent passer. You saw it right there. About a 13-second difference, game and shot clock. We still haven't gotten the bag of chocolate. Here's Prosper, the jab step. Can't hit the jumper. Rebound Samuel, shot clock turned off. USC should hold for 1. Davidson attacks, went too early. Able to finish, but Notre Dame with 8 seconds left. Hidalgo pacing herself. 3 seconds. Hidalgo will hoist. Can't hit. And that'll do it for the first. Notre Dame a 1-point lead after 1. Wanting her to be aggressive like that on defense. As Kennedy Smith nearly poked it away. And a foul here on Prosper, set a mean screen on Smith. Oh, are they going to call that foul on Smith? And Lindsay Gottlieb is confused, thought it was an illegal screen.
It certainly looked like an illegal screen.
Yeah, let's bring in Dee Kantner, our rules analyst. Dee, what do you think here?
Well, I actually think that left knee caused her to go to the floor, and I would have called it an illegal screen.
Yeah.
I agree with you, too. Not often, but today, no.
And we know you don't always get the illegal screens right, but I agree with you on that one.
And it's a significant foul because it's number 2 on Kennedy Smith, the critical player to USC. It's also extended a possession that led to Hidalgo burying her first 3 after missing her first 3 attempts. We're pumped to have Dee Kantner as a part of our broadcast team all season long as our rules analyst. Dee, who worked an astounding 26 Final Fours as an official, 41 years, 36 of them in the NCAA, 5 of them in the NBA. Bransford hounded. Dunn and Davidson there. Davidson comes away with a steal. Davidson been impactful on the defensive end. Samuels able to slip it in.
Davidson may have gotten away with the travel there, but does a good job of delivering the basketball after.
Been impressed with her activity on the defensive end.
Very.
Prosper, good take. Just couldn't quite drop it in.
She's had a nice aggressive mentality, though, on the offensive end so far here.
For sure. Real Shetita into the game, setting the screen for Davidson. Real Shetita again with the screen. Dunn turning, taking, left it short.
Tough shot, but once she picked up her dribble, she did not have any teammates cutting and giving her another option.
Front rim, no. Davidson the rebound. I mean, you could just see the speed and athleticism of Davidson when she gets going in the open floor. Davidson dumps it off, and Real Shetita is...
And from two-point land.
Absurd. Just a sophomore. Jones gives it up. Davidson still with time. Calling for the screen. Davidson looking to separate from De Jesus. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Jones has to put it up. Denied by Bramford. Good defensive possession there for Notre Dame. Bransford spinning through traffic. Met a bunch of bodies. Had nothing going on the interior. Wide open layup is good as Mendez.
USC coming out here in a 3-2 quarter court zone defense. The first we've seen that this game.
Prosper surrounded. Able to squeeze a pass out to the corner. De Jesus finds the other corner. Sanchez connects. Not a three. First bucket of the game for Gisela Sanchez. Notre Dame had missed their first 6 3-point attempts. Now they've hit 3 of their last 5. Tied at 21. Dunn leaves it short. Sanchez gets it into the arms of Hidalgo. Bransford out to De Jesus. The floater is good.
And a really nice job for Notre Dame settling in against this zone. First you get the open look in the corner, then you attack the paint, get the mid-range look.
Jones loses it. Here's Hidalgo with Prosper to her right. Prosper misses the layup. Good contest by Davidson. Then Prosper throws it away. Both teams have done a poor job protecting the basketball in the early going. Davidson surrounded by bodies, still able to squeeze it in.
She uses her length so well in there, going to her strong left hand, but kind of floating the finish up above.
Each team has turned it over 8 times. Davidson 6 points.
There you go, USC back to their man-to-man. 0 for 2 in the zone.
Sanchez, not that time. Davidson, strong rebound. Pushing pace again for USC. Davidson had some space to maybe pull up. Didn't take. Has not found her 3-point shot yet this season. Came into this game 3 for 22. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Gets a look here and hits.
And that was a nice, good look. Her feet were set, just a simple catch and fire.
Davidson up to 9 points. She leads USC in scoring. Hidalgo leading Notre Dame. A nice visit with the USC star, and she said, hey, this is my first year as an upperclassman. She's my freshie. She is the only freshman on this team. And Juju has really leaned into that role of trying to be a mentor for Jazzy, and then also just trying to pour energy into her teammates. She's traveling every game, doing 95% of her rehab with USC's training staff and athletic performance group. So she is around and imbibing her team with positivity.
We saw her during shoot-around today, just as one of the passers as well. I mean, another great job by Hannah Hidalgo. Notre Dame back in their zone defense, and she just continues to be just so disruptive. You'll see it here, just her freedom to roam, and then the corner is the perfect place to try to corral someone. You and I were talking about it in the quarter break. Have we seen a more disruptive defender since Brittany Griner, and the way she could do things defensively in that time since Griner to Hidalgo? I don't know that we have. Did it in very different ways.
Right. Real Shetita hits the jumper. Moore separates, leaves it short. Rebound, taken in by Mendez. Here comes Davidson again. Guarded by Moore, gives it up to Samuels. Samuels fires, had it blocked by Bransford. Hidalgo comes away with it. Moore, a three, rims out. Rebound, snared by Samuels off the deflection. Davidson, another try. That one too much on it. Hits Mendez and tilts out of bounds to Notre Dame. Hey, let's take a look at the Charleston Classic bracket. The low. How'd that feel for you?
Lovely.
Nice.
I like 3-point Jesus when we're going to basketball game.
That might be the name for Steph Curry, speaking of Davidson.
Yes.
De Jesus, right on cue. The Lord has spoken. all. De Jesus has 8 points, 2 of 4 from 3. Smith turning, twisting, and finishing.
That's what I was talking about earlier in this game, is her ability to just post up on the block, using her size and strength. I'm a little surprised that she's remained the primary defender on Hidalgo, considering she has those 2 fouls.
They dump it in, knocked out of bounds by Iwuchukwu. Stays here with Notre Dame. Tightly played first half. USC shooting at 52% from the floor. De Jesus. Oh. Was trying the no look on the interior to Coles, but overthrew her, and Notre Dame turns it over for a 9th time. Smith, another great pass. Samuels connects.
And not only the great pass, Ryan, but to know where to look when she caught the ball there, that the weak side wing was probably what was going to be open.
So Lindsey Gottlieb was talking to us about Kennedy Smith is such a great plug-and-play player, surrounded by other talent. Doesn't matter, she doesn't need the ball, because she makes plays like that, because she has an awareness like that. As that's knocked away and ends up with Davidson. Done on the deflection. Neither team is led by more than 6 at any point, as Davidson has it taken away. Moore off the steal. Hidalgo gets the step, the dish, De Jesus. Again! Her third 3 of the half.
Turnover once again for USC, and it leads to a great look for Notre Dame going the other way.
USC a 2-point lead on Notre Dame. 1 minute to go. Under a minute 45 seconds remaining as that's thrown out of bounds, and another turnover. 10 turnovers apiece from USC and Notre Dame.
Notre Dame gets the turnover one way and then pushes the other way. Smith took a minute to get up from the floor, trailing the play, and De Jesus just with a great look at it from the left wing.
De Jesus, grad transfer from Duke. Had a career-high 22 points in her Irish debut against Fairleigh Dickinson back on November 5th. Hidalgo, no. Rebound Mendez. She takes it across. Hidalgo harassing, and a travel. Again, Davidson and USC going too early in the shot clock for a final possession of a quarter, and this time they turn it over for an 11th time.
Just a young mistake.
Yep.
That's just a young freshman mistake.
So now Notre Dame can hold for a final shot here. Hidalgo, 5 seconds, gives it up. Prosper rumbles in, leaves it short, and that'll do it for the first half. Neither team